You make $60,000 to $80,000 a year. That is a good salary. A real salary. A salary that pays rent, builds savings, and covers life. But it is not the salary that gets you a Porsche 911. Everyone knows that. The 911 is for CEOs and surgeons and people who summer somewhere. It is not for people who check their bank account before a weekend away. Except that's not actually true. And the gap between what people believe about Porsche 911 ownership and what it actually costs, in real numbers, on a real salary, is one of the most interesting stories in the used car market right now. Let's run the actual math. First, the car itself. Forget the new 911. A brand new 2026 Porsche 911 Carrera starts at around $120,000 before options. With options, which Porsche buyers almost universally add, you're looking at $140,000 to $160,000. That is genuinely out of reach on a $70,000 salary. The general financial rule of thumb for car affordability is spending no more than 15 to 20% of your gross annual income on a vehicle. At $70,000, a year that puts your car budget somewhere around $14,000. A new 911 is 10 times that number. But here's what nobody tells you. The used 911 market is a completely different conversation. Specifically, the 997.2 generation, built from 2009 to 2012. This is widely considered by Porsche specialists to be the single best reliability to price ratio in the entire 911 lineup. The 997.2 fixed the IMS bearing issue that plagued the earlier 996 and 997.1 cars, a known failure point that could destroy an engine without warning. The 997.2 uses a different engine design that eliminated the problem entirely. It regularly goes beyond 150,000 miles on routine maintenance alone, and right now in 2026, clean examples with full service histories are selling for $45,000 to $65,000. That is the entry point nobody talks about. A 2010 Porsche 911 Carrera with 60,000 miles and a documented service history. Available right now for the price of a loaded Toyota Camry XSE. Now let's talk about what it actually costs to own it. Purchase and financing. Say you find a clean 2010 997.2 Carrera for $52,000. You put $10,000 down, a manageable savings goal, and finance $42,000 over 60 months at a 7% interest rate. Your monthly payment lands at approximately $830 per month. On a $70,000 salary, your monthly take-home after tax is roughly $4,600 to $4,800 depending on your state. That $830 payment represents about 17 to 18% of your monthly take-home. It's tight. It's not impossible, but it requires the rest of your financial life to be in order. Insurance. This is where most people assume the numbers blow up. They don't entirely. A used 2010 997.2 Carrera, insured with full coverage for a driver in their 30s, with a clean record runs approximately $1,800 to $2,500 annually, depending on your location. That's roughly $150 to $210 per month. For context, insuring a new 2025 911 averages over $3,700 a year. The age of the car matters enormously here. A 15-year-old 911 costs significantly less to insure than a new one. Maintenance. Here's where the 911's reputation scares people, and where knowing one thing changes everything. Porsche dealer service is expensive. A major service at a Porsche dealership on a 997 can run $1,500 to $3,000, the same service, at a qualified independent Porsche specialist, and they exist in virtually every major city, runs $600 to $200, same parts, same expertise. Often the same technicians who left the dealership to open their own shop. Independent specialist maintenance on a well-kept 997.2 runs $1,000 to $2,500 annually on routine years. Budget $3,000 to $4,500 on major service years. Spark plugs, transmission fluid, brake fluid, the works. Tires are the other real cost. The 997 runs staggered tires, different sizes, front and rear, and a full set of quality performance tires runs for $200 to $2,000 every 20,000 to 30,000 miles depending on how you drive. That averages out to roughly $600 to $800 per year. Fuel. The 997.2 Carrera returns around 19 to 22 miles per gallon in real-world driving. It requires premium fuel. At current prices, roughly $4 per gallon for premium in most. US markets, a driver covering 12,000 miles, annually spends approximately $2,400 to $2,800 on fuel per year. That's $200 to $230 per month. Comparable to many crossovers driven at similar mileage, the complete annual cost picture. Let's build the full number. Loan payment, $9,960 per year. Insurance, $2,000. Maintenance, $2,000 average year. Tires amortized, $700. Fuel, $2,600. Total annual cost of ownership, approximately $17,260 per year. Monthly, $1,438 on a $70,000 salary. That's roughly 30% of your gross income going to one car. That is too high by conventional financial standards, and completely honest math requires saying so. The 20% rule exists for a reason. If you have a mortgage, student loans, or a family, this number becomes genuinely difficult. If you're younger, renting, and have low fixed expenses, the math starts to work. The depreciation secret. Here's what changes the entire conversation. A new 2025 Porsche 911 depreciates approximately $11,000 per year in its first 5 years. You are not absorbing that depreciation on a 2010 7.2. That car has already depreciated from its original $80,000. Sticker price to $52,000, and it is now depreciating very slowly. Some 997.2 examples are actually appreciating as they transition into future classic status. You are buying a car at the bottom of its depreciation curve and getting off the worst part of the financial hit entirely. That is the core insight. Not that a 911 is cheap to own. It isn't. But that the person who buys used at the right point in the depreciation curve is paying a fundamentally different ownership cost than the person leasing new and getting the same 345 horsepower flat six, the same rear engine driving experience, the same badge. The 3 rules. If you're seriously considering this, 3 things make or break the ownership experience on this budget. 1. Buy with a pre-purchase inspection from an independent Porsche specialist. Non-negotiable. A $300 inspection can save you from a $15,000 repair. 2. Find your independent Porsche mechanic before you buy the car. They exist in every major city. Ask in Porsche Club of America forums. The community is generous with recommendations. 3. Build a maintenance reserve. Put $200 per month in a dedicated account for the car. When a major service year hits, and it will, you're not blindsided. Is a Porsche 911 the financially optimal choice on a $70,000 salary? No, objectively no. The financially optimal choice is a reliable 4-year-old Japanese sedan that costs $25,000 and runs on regular fuel. Every financial advisor will tell you that, and they will be right. But optimizing purely for financial efficiency misses something. You spend a large portion of your waking life in your car. The experience of driving a 911, the weight of the engine behind you, the sound of a flat 6 at full throttle, the way it communicates through the steering wheel in a way that almost nothing else at any price point does. That is not a trivial thing. People pay for experiences all the time. A 911 is an experience that happens to also be a car. The question isn't whether you can technically afford a Porsche 911 on a normal salary. The question is whether you've done the math honestly, and whether the answer still feels worth it when you've seen all the numbers. For some people it does. For some people it doesn't. But at least now you know what the numbers actually are.